Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered if the mythical creatures from our favorite stories, like dragons, could have a basis in reality? Or what about the real-life superpowers some animals possess? Today, we're diving deep into some of the most fascinating questions about the animal kingdom. We'll explore everything from ancient legends to the incredible survival tricks of modern-day creatures. So, buckle up, because we're about to separate fact from fiction and uncover some truly mind-blowing biology. First up, the big one. Were dragons ever real? While fire-breathing, winged giants are creatures of myth. The idea might have been inspired by real animals. Imagine ancient people discovering massive dinosaur fossils. A Tyrannosaurus Rex skull could easily be mistaken for a dragon's head. Also, consider the Komodo dragon, a massive lizard from Indonesia. It doesn't breathe fire, but its saliva is so venomous that a single bite can be lethal. Some scientists even point to large, prehistoric crocodiles or giant snakes as possible sources for dragon legends across different cultures. So, while Smaug might not have been real, the inspiration for him was definitely out there, and frankly, just as terrifying. Now, let's talk about a real-world transformation. Why do snakes shed their skin? It's not just a fashion statement. This process, called ecdysis, is essential for a snake's survival and growth. Think of their skin like a suit of armor that's a bit too tight. As a snake grows bigger, its skin doesn't stretch with it. So, it has to shed the old, worn-out layer to make room for a larger one underneath. This also helps them get rid of pesky parasites, like mites and ticks that might have latched onto their old skin. Before a shed, a snake's eyes will turn a milky blue, and its colors will look dull. Then, it rubs its snout on a rough surface to create a tear, and slowly, painstakingly, wriggles out of its old skin, often in one single, complete piece. It's a fresh start and a vital part of their life cycle. Speaking of armor, could a turtle live outside its shell? This is a common question, often thanks to cartoons where turtles pop in and out of their shells like they're changing clothes. But the answer is a definitive no. A turtle's shell isn't an accessory. It's a fundamental part of its body. The top part, the carapace, and the bottom part, the plastron, are actually fused to its skeleton. Its spine and rib cage are integrated directly into the shell. Trying to remove a turtle from its shell would be like trying to remove a human's ribs and spine. It's their protective fortress, a permanent home they carry with them everywhere. So, next time you see a cartoon turtle, leave its shell behind. Just remember, in the real world, that turtle would be in a whole lot of trouble. From permanent armor to incredible regeneration. Let's look at how lizards can regrow their tails. It's a fantastic defense mechanism called caudal autotomy. When a predator grabs a lizard by its tail, the lizard can voluntarily detach it. Special fracture planes in the vertebrae of the tail allow it to break off cleanly, and it will continue to wiggle and thrash around, distracting the predator while the lizard makes a quick getaway. It's a classic case of, look over there. But how does it grow back? After the tail breaks off, stem cells at the site of the injury kick into high gear. These amazing cells can develop into various types of tissue. A new tail, supported by a rod of cartilage instead of bone, begins to form. While the new tail might not be a perfect match in color or scale pattern, it's a life-saving trick that gives the lizard a second chance. It's true biological magic. Finally, let's drift into the ocean and talk about jellyfish. They're beautiful, mysterious, but how exactly do they sting? It's an incredibly sophisticated biological weapon. Their tentacles are covered in thousands of microscopic stinging cells called... Inside each of these cells is a harpoon-like structure called a nematocyst, which is coiled up under immense pressure. When something like your leg, for instance, brushes against the tentacle's trigger, the cell's lid pops open. Water rushes in, and this change in pressure fires the barbed, venom-filled harpoon at lightning speed. It's one of the fastest actions in the entire animal kingdom. The barb punctures the skin and injects its venom, causing that all-too-familiar pain and irritation. It's a brilliantly effective system for both capturing prey and defending against threats. So, admire their beauty from a distance. And that's a wrap on our wild journey through animal marvels. From the real-life inspirations for dragons to the incredible science behind shedding, regrowing, and stinging. The animal world is packed with wonders that are stranger and more fascinating than any fiction. What other animal mysteries do you want us to solve? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next adventure. Until next time, stay curious